Good Wednesday morning, East Tennessee. My name is David Aldridge, Chief Meteorologist of Captain Accurate Weather, coming to you by way of the Captain Accurate Weather Command Center. It is Wednesday. It's been a long night, as many folks have been watching the polls. Interesting to note, even from local races to national, I'm glad that you're here because I know it's going to be a long morning, given the fact that many of us have probably had to throw in an extra cup of coffee into our routine. No winds really to speak of, at least locally, but we don't have much in the way of fog. I wanted to show you the winds. They are zero in Oak Ridge, Knoxville, and Follett. We have calm winds in Sevierville, but some of you where the winds are stirring, you can see Oneida, Crossville, Jamestown. There is still some wind, especially west of I-75, and there's also some gusts over 20, even 30 miles an hour or higher detected here on some of the hilltops in the Smokies. But it is 6:41 here on the 6th of November, the day after Election Day, but it is very warm. Did you know the normal high this time of year is 64? And we've already passed that in Oak Ridge. It's 61 right now in Knoxville. We'd have, 3 more degrees, and we're up to normal for the high. But these are the low temperatures, my friend. They're in the upper 50s in Morristown, 59, 57 in Middlesboro, Crater City, and 65 in Crossville. I mean, if it's this warm, you got to ask yourself, are we going to hit a record high? Yes, we are. It's not even in question, in my view. I think we're not only going to take it down by a degree, but could easily take it down by 2 or 3 degrees. I have it at 82. The record high is 80, set back from 2022, not that long ago, right? 2022 was just 2 years ago. That's where I expect to be this afternoon. But it's currently 60 in Newport, 59 in Sevierville. If you're on the call, we'd love to say good morning to you. Steve Stone, quick on the draw. First comment here with YouTube. He says good morning with a sunshine and happy face. Glad to see him here. Danny says good morning, David. Hope you have a great day and go Vols. I'll have that forecast here in mere moments. And Fred says good morning. It's a very mild 60 degrees, he notes, in Maryville there in the heart of Blount County. And Wanda Poe also noting that, what's the big thing you put out last night? Like it could be cold on my birthday. Oh, she's tracking her birthday. Oh, yeah, that's one of the fun things we do on Premium is look at about 2 weeks to 30 days in the future. And it is going to change eventually, but not today. The change that we get today is going to be like summertime weather in November. It's just the way it goes. Look at this. There's a 10-degree difference between us and Nashville right now. So if you were to go in a car, travel west about 2.5, 3 hours, you would be 10 degrees warmer by the time you hit Music City. It's pretty warm. And then it gets colder in Blue, but that's back toward Missouri. That air is not coming here. Our winds are going to be generally out of the southwest this afternoon, 5 to 10 miles per hour. So we're going to transport the warmer air. Let's talk about rain, however. You can see with an increase in clouds in Middle Tennessee, I would suspect we're in that hazy sun and cloud pattern like we had yesterday. So if you could describe the sky condition yesterday, that's how it's going to look again today. They'll be in and out, maybe a good blend of the two. And if you're west of I-75, you've got a chance for some spotty rain. I don't see rain developing in Morristown today. I don't see rain developing in Newport today. And I don't see rain developing in Jefferson City today. You got to be west of I-75 to be more favored. And I've only left a 20% chance. But as you zoom into the cloud picture here, you can see there's still some off to the west. Sunrise and sunset today, 7:04. So by the time I'm done at 7 o'clock, about 4 minutes after, that's when the sun will be coming up, and it goes to bed now at 5:35. But here's my expectations. You ready for this? 82. Wow, that doesn't seem that hot. Well, it's for summer. I mean, you'd say it's a normal summer or spring day around here. But for November 6th, that's record heat, my friend. Record high is 80. Set back in 2022. 2022. I got some other notes here. What was it yesterday? It was 83 yesterday. And we were 1 degree shy of the record high yesterday. Yesterday's high goes back to Harry S. Truman era, 1948. We started the morning yesterday at 55. Clearly, it's warmer now than it was yesterday morning. And we hit 83. So what does that tell you? Our peak gust was 26 miles an hour. I was forecasting a gust of 25. Captain Accurate was within 1 mile an hour for the gust. It's pretty good. And it was only within 2 degrees of the record, or the high temperature. I was expecting 81 yesterday. But anyway, the record low this morning from 1991 was 25 degrees. So we're obviously been cold on this day in history, but not today. 25, that was back when George H.W. Bush was in the White House. But expect a high in Maryville, 82. Many of the areas in the plateau will be in the 70s. Now, the big game against Mississippi State, you're going to be surprised, maybe you won't, that I have not wavered, not one bit. I know a lot of folks are saying, oh, well, the rain doesn't appear to be on Saturday anymore. It never was. If my premium members could tell you, I was telling them Sunday night, I said, some people are going to want to give up their ticket because they heard it's going to rain on Saturday. No, it's not. I said that last night or yesterday morning. I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. It's not going to rain on Saturday. So if you're going to the game and you have your ticket and you didn't give it up because you thought it was going to rain, many apps would have told you it's going to rain on Saturday. No, it's not. It's all dependent on Raphael, and I kept saying he's going to move west, and he is. And that's the track now, even further west than I expected. So it's going to keep things in the 60s for this ball game against Mississippi State. November highs, yeah, we've had now 5, count them 5 squares in orange. That's all above average. I mean, 70 on Friday the 1st was still 6 degrees above normal, normal high 64. But today, we're going to be about 82, so that would match low 80s what we had yesterday. So if you thought yesterday was warm, it was just shy of a degree of record heat, but today I think we're going to beat the record high. It's like low-hanging fruit. And high of 80, record high of 80, yeah, that's low-hanging fruit, all compared things to other records. Ultimate Adopt the Radar, presented by your local Marco's Pizza. Doesn't show any rain here. Not going to see any, at least in the short term, in Knoxville, but there could be a few flare-ups in places like Jamestown, Fentress County, and Cumberland County this morning. Hardin Valley, Farragut, and Maryville, a couple of the locations that you can find on Marco's Pizza. Go to marcos.com. They're also in Fountain City and Halls, Oak Ridge, Middlebrook Pike, and Ebenezer Road. They've got a magnificent pizza that you might want to order in because they do deliver for a limited time only for less than $10, and you can pick up a Pozzoli. Aren't these awesome? They're delicious. The pepperoni and sausage, pictured at the top, is my favorite. They also give back to East Tennessee Children's Hospital, and they're also active in giving back to No Kid Hungry program. So it's a very awesome community-oriented pizza establishment, and I love the fact that they are here in East Tennessee. Radar showing more rain across West Tennessee. It looks like it's trying to get here, but it's getting elongated. Have you ever taken a piece of saltwater taffy during summer, stretched it out? Isn't that what that looks like? I think it does. It's like, we're going to stretch this thing out so far, there's not going to be much left. When it gets here, you're going to say, oh, man, that's no fun. I wish we could get some rain if you're in Morristown. I wish we could get some rain if I'm in Seymour. I just don't see it today. You got to be west of I-75. And it is snowing. The cold winter air has, in fact, returned out west. It's snowing in Denver this morning. It's snowing across the Rockies and in parts of the far out west time frame. But meanwhile, I've got a couple of notes from Alice. She says, good morning, everyone. Have a great day. It's 67 in Glen Mary. She's loving it. Isn't that warm? I think 67 in the morning in November is a bit odd, given the fact that we typically would be in the lower 40s this time of year in the morning. Ed says, have a great day. Good morning to Ed and Darcy. She's on here saying, happy hump day. Have an amazing day. She is loving these temperatures. Some folks love them. Some are a little concerned. But again, when you're on the warm side of the front, it could be worse. Look at Denver. They are very cold and snowy. By the way, Maryland says happy Wednesday. Get out and enjoy this day. And of course, if there's some fall color left, you could capture some of that on your phone with your camera. By the way, you can see also around the country, while it is conversely much colder, you can see winter storm warnings in pink in New Mexico, and they've got winter weather advisories in purple out west as well. So it's a big difference there. It is 6:49. My goal is to be done at the top of the hour. We have highlighted on previous live streams that October was the 3rd driest on record, and November really is still in keeping with that pattern. It's staying dry. 0.21 is far greater than what we had the entire month of October, but we usually see 4.21, which means we would have to capture another 4 inches of rain this month just to get back to even, just to get back to par for November. If you haven't downloaded the free Captain Accurate Weather app, is an update for your app. Of course, it's the same app, but you get an update which gives you 10 days in forecast land. Any city in the planet, any city in the country has now an extended 10-day forecast plus 48 hours of data, which gives you hour by hour for 2 days. That's pretty sweet. I also happy to report they've added power outages to this app with Pete Michaels Traffic. So you could also check out the power outages at the state level or at the county level. It's all toggled on by your choice under the data tab. But you also have opportunities to see the drought monitor, which comes out weekly. Yes, we've added the drought monitor and air quality alerts, which will be helpful when they apply. When applicable, you'll have air quality alerts sent to your phone. By the way, it is fall. I don't need to tell you that, but winter is probably not far away. As Wanda Poe is alluding to her birthday's coming up. I imagine she's wanting some cold air for her birthday. My winter weather outlook is a video that lasts over 15 minutes. It outlines in great detail, what to expect this winter, when it's likely to start, and what months you might expect to find some snow. But it's interesting to note that video is only available on Premium, so I'd encourage you to hit the subscribe button at the top of my Facebook page. That's just $4.99 a month. Let me get to Rafael, as what we're looking at here is the global simulated radar. This is a hurricane now. It's now approaching western Cuba, and this morning's update at 4 a.m. Central Time, 4 a.m. Central, Hurricane Center, this could be a they said, near major hurricane as it hits western Cuba. So it's interesting to note, I didn't want to change the camera angle for this graphic, but it shows you the progression in the modeling that verifies what I've been saying for the last couple of days. I said Rafael's going to move west, so if I didn't move the camera angle, what's happened? It's moving further away from Key West. In fact, it's on the edge of my screen there, and probably yours, on the left side of this picture. But then it keeps moving. Now it's out of the picture. Wait a minute. When you set this camera angle on this graphic animation before, it was right in the middle. I know. Look how far west it's going. It's on the edge. I thought it was going to go to Destin. Nope, never thought that. Never thought. It showed that. It did show that, but look where that storm's going. Looks like it's south of Louisiana, and that's Saturday afternoon when tailgating will be in full swing. So how can we get rain if the front's slowing down due to Rafael? How can we get rain on Saturday? The answer is we don't. We don't. So I'm holding on to that expectation. I said yesterday if I have to eat crow, I will, but I don't think I need to eat crow. I still don't have any rain drops on Saturday. I don't have any really to talk about today or tomorrow. It's just spotty. And what we see is, you can see my arrow, that couldn't have lined up any better. I didn't change the camera angle, so you can see where my arrow and my text of I believe he will move west. He did. On the modeling, that's where he's supposed to be by Sunday morning. And then it kind of dances in place, probably rains himself out. May not even make landfall in Louisiana. But the potential tracks were kind of indicating that. As you can see them clustered around places like Louisiana, there was only a few stragglers that moved into Florida, but most of them took him west. And if he moved west, it would give us an extra day of quote-unquote dry weather. Because if we get some showers next week, I have a 30% chance for Sunday, and I have a 40% chance for Veterans Day. Not a big chance, as I don't see that big rain yet in our future. Hurricane Rafael has a Cat 1, but look at this. If it becomes 111, it's a Cat 3. They have projected this at 110. So you're talking about splitting hairs when you're talking 1 mile an hour shy of a Cat 3. 111, Category 3. 110, strong Cat 2. They got to draw the line somewhere, but they think this could easily be a very strong Category 2 as it slams into western Cuba. But then that takes a hard left turn. You can see it's moving away from Key West. It's moving. Yeah, they're going to get large swells in Florida. They'll get high surf. Surfers will love it, I'm sure. But look where this storm is going. That takes us through what time? Takes us into the weekend and beyond. As you can see here, you can see there are some Friday, Saturday, and I believe Sunday. It's still near Houston. They don't even know where it's surely going because the cone keeps getting bigger. So there's a lot of uncertainty. But it's not going to be at our doorstep by Saturday in time for the game. That game's a 7 o'clock start. How much rain is going to fall? Most of it's over the open water of the Gulf of Mexico. It's now 6:54. It shows the very heavy rains, but not here. You see what I mean? There will be more rain in parts of Georgia than we will see, and they'll get more rain in West Tennessee than we will. So sadly, the rain that's needed is not coming by way of Rafael. And I mentioned the winds of 110 projected is just 1 mile an hour shy of a Category 3, which is 111. So they have these arbitrary expectations, but if it's 1 mile an hour stronger, it could be a major hurricane hitting Cuba. By the way, the 7-day outlook, well, they're going to expect anywhere from 4 to 7. That's 4 to 7 inches of rain, isolated 10 in Cuba. The areas I mentioned over the water really won't matter unless there are shipping interests or cruise lines trying to recalibrate their track. 7-day outlook for the Hurricane Center leaves a 30% chance that we get Sarah. She might be the next storm if she forms, but that's a big if. 30% chance is the probability. Let me show you the probability of rain today. Most of it, 5 o'clock today, looks like it's west of I-75. Not all of it, but most of it. And if this is not in line with what you were expecting, yes, I had a 30% chance of rain yesterday. But yesterday afternoon, I said, got to go back to 20. This looked like it was drying up. And as it dried up, we were heating up. So I had to move the temperatures up from about 80 to 81, 82. So I think we're in the low 80s again today. If you throw in some drops of rain on Thursday, that's 5 o'clock Thursday, there's not much at all. You're going to be tapping your foot going, I thought it was supposed to rain. Just a 20% chance. Not all great deal. It's drying up by the time it gets here. What else is new? We had that situation dry up in the whole month of October. But you can see by Saturday, here's the game, y'all, 7 o'clock. It's not raining. Let me take you to 11 p.m. The game's over, right? You would think by 11 o'clock at Saturday night. It hasn't rained a drop at Neyland. So if you forfeited your ticket because you saw an app that said it was all showers all the time, and believe me, the data was there to suggest it, but I said, nope, not buying it, not buying it. Rafael's going to take a hard left turn, and he is. He's moving west in the Gulf of Mexico, and it'll delay any rain that we get on Sunday or Monday, and even by then, it's not a whole lot to see on the map. It is 6:56. My headlines are on the screen, and the stunned emoji refers to record heat today and tomorrow. I think we'll take down both record highs. Today's record high is from 2022. Thursday's record high is from 2023. So they're very recent, and they're very likely to be replaced with 2024. Some spots of rain today west of I-75. Some spots of rain on Thursday. Not a big deal. Oop, I forgot to take the planner. Oh, I knew I did something wrong. Yeah, well, anyway, the numbers are good. The text and obviously the planner, the boating. I forgot to update this graphic. But I can tell you 82 is where we're going to be headed, and the average high is still 64. But the hazy sunny clouds, some drizzle possible, mainly west of I-75. That record high is from 19. Record high today is from 2022, and it's 80 degrees. Now, here's the precipitation chances at a glance. 20% today and tomorrow. 30% Sunday and Monday. Of course, Saturday, I still believe, is dry. Storm Prediction Center does highlight some severe weather down across Key West today. Down across far southern Florida, South Florida, they'll have some isolated severe storms near Miami. Complements of that storm known as Hurricane Rafael approaching western Cuba. But as you can clearly see, if you're in Morristown, White Pine, Russellville, what's wrong with this picture? All the thunder is west of I-75, essentially, right? Here in Tennessee, there could be some rumbles in Crossville, maybe a rumble or two between Jamestown and Monticello, but not a whole lot to see west of I-75. That's really where the focal point is, I should say. Got a note from Fred. He is pointing out saving on the heating bill. There you go. That's another way to look at it. And the air conditioning might still be running. There's no question about that. That's still on the table. But thank you, Fred, for that update. As we are going to continue to watch this heat build up for the rest of the week. It is a hot week, no doubt. And for tomorrow, severe weather may break out in parts of Texas. The yellow area around San Angelo would be scattered severe storms, and that would include isolated in Austin, San Antonio, and as well as Abilene, Texas, in the Lone Star State. No thunder here tomorrow. I think some sprinkles may be found. It does paint, the Storm Prediction Center paints a little bit of thunder activity around Cookeville or Jamestown on Thursday. By Friday, I have it mostly sunny, or at least becoming mostly sunny, and by Friday there may still be some isolated severe storms in Waco and in central Texas, but not a lot to see, as Friday we'll be getting ready for the weekend. So our future cast looks like this. I mentioned the stretching of this front, and it's no wonder with the storm known as Rafael, this storm is actually having a hard time moving east to west. So basically, or from west to east, it's having a hard time doing so. As you can see, it's stretching. There's 5 o'clock. Where's the rain? It's not in White Pine. It's not in Russellville. It's not in Morristown, Dandridge, or Newport. It's just not there. But you got a chance if you're in Jamestown or perhaps in Crossville. Lake Tansy might have a passing shower. By tomorrow, some of this may actually come down in muted form. I think some drizzle, some light rain or passing shower. Just don't expect much. By the time we hit Friday, I think most of it's in the Carolinas and moving away. And we still have, as I mentioned, a nice day on Saturday. So let's get to the forecast. It is now 6:59. It is time now to bring you up to speed on where we're headed and what to expect for the next 7 days. Let's talk about today, though. 82 degrees. That's my expectation. Record high is from 2022. Spotty rain. I couldn't be any more specific. West of I-75. So if you live east of I-75, forget about it. You're not going to see it. Southwest winds will pick up 5 to 10, but they're light and variable right now. Looking ahead to today, 81 for Morristown. It could easily hit low 80s in Newport, 84. 80 in Athens, 76 for Crossville, and 78 for Wartburg. That's where I expect to be. Oneida in Scott County. Should reach about 78 this afternoon. 81 for Nashville is warm. I think we're a little bit warmer. 80 in Jackson, Kentucky, and 80 in the Tri-Cities if you're traveling today. Atlanta, 73. Now tonight we're down to 60, partly to mostly cloudy. Keep in mind the normal low, that's not the record low, that's the normal low. We're almost 20 degrees warmer than average. We'll be 19 by this count, but it'll be very warm with some drizzle possible. Again, most of it west of I-75. Tonight we're down to 57 in Newport, 60 in Maryville, Alcoa, Wares Valley, 60, Sevierville, 60, and 57 in Wartburg in Morgan County. First thing tomorrow morning, so really tonight it stays unusually warm. Looking ahead to the Captain Accurate Weather Authority forecast for Knoxville, East Tennessee, 81 tomorrow. I did overlay the record high so you could see them. We'll be beating it by 2 degrees, I think, tomorrow, and at least 2 degrees today. So it's not like we're just barely hitting or tying the record high. We're beating it resoundingly. Upper 70s expected Friday. We're in the mid 70s for the weekend. And again, any raindrops that we get Sunday or Veterans Day is, I think, going to be rather limited. So just wanted to check in with you. If you have any other comments, Tyler Wiseman wishing everybody a good morning from Tellico Plains. Well, love seeing his smiling face. His avatar, his picture, I should say, is there. Love it seeing him there. And Karen Robbins, one of my premium members, she says she's in Fairfield Glades. She says, I want some rumbles of thunder. She wants some rumbles. Hopefully, she can get some much-needed rain. No doubt, because we are in need of it all across East Tennessee. By the way, if you haven't found me on YouTube, it's another platform that might be convenient, more convenient for you. Just go to youtube.com. You'll need to put the / and the @ and then Captain Accurate, but you'll find me, and it's free. It's a channel, of course, on YouTube. To subscribe, you can follow my videos there and get all the information that you would on Facebook. Also, one of the other cool things is the app with Pete Michaels Traffic. It's been updated. We've added, as mentioned, the drought monitor. It's got power outages. It's got a whole lot of other things. Besides the National Weather Service alerts, it's got 3 extra alerts plus lightning. There's just so many good things to brag about this app, and I encourage you to download it. It works on your iPad as well. Premium members are well aware of what this winter is going to look like. That's because they have seen my winter weather outlook. It's a video that's posted on my subscriber page. All you have to do is subscribe. Hit the subscribe button on the top of this Facebook page. It's only 16 cents a day. That's $4.99 a month. I said a month, not a week or a day. Yeah, $4.99. It's the price of a cup of coffee. A real bargain, especially since you're getting intel like the fact that it's not going to rain on a Saturday. You found that out on Sunday when half the weather community was still telling you it's going to rain on Saturday. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Okay, so there you go. I'm going to beat that drum. First to see any snow forecast that I put out. One of the benefits of being a premium member, you're the first to see every forecast. We do focus weather beyond 7 days and even beyond 10 days, which is on the app now. But we do 15, 20, 25, 30 days into the future, and hopefully that'll help those who are planning for Thanksgiving. We're already on top of that on premium. More Facebook Lives if you want to join us there. We'll have fewer ads, a lot of benefits. Just check us out at CaptainAccurate.com for more details, all right there at your fingertips. Well, my name is David Aldridge. Some people call me Captain Accurate. It's not easy being accurate, so weather doesn't surprise you. We'll see you here next time. Take care.